right, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakak Kwadash. Want to give double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom and salute to the hopeful elect, from the least to the greatest, dealing with the bishops, the elders, the generals, and so on. So, yeah, so I was hearkening on, I was thinking about this disease, right? Me and some of the elders and brothers came up from DC, and we had a productive camp. It was fire. The brothers set fire through these streets, with the word of the Lord. So I commend the brothers, for coming up. So, but one of the elders mentioned while we were at camp, Shalaki, I can't recall it, but one of the elder or one of the brothers' names, but he brought this up. It's called human metapheneur. I butchered the word, so Shalaki, but human pneumovirus. So I was thinking about that, and it reminds me of that. I got to be, use my words careful because they'll take the video down. But it reminds us of the the thing that cough, that that was going around, and the brother mentioned that. I mean, I didn't know this this was a thing, but I'm gonna just go ahead and read it, right? Because ultimately, we know Esau, he's a mad scientist, and he put a lot of these diseases out there. But we gotta also remember, referring to First Timothy 3:6, or 2 Timothy 3, or Psalms 45:1. The Lord is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth, and the Lord controls the left and the right side, So ultimately, who's behind this? The Lord, And I'm going to get a few scriptures showing you that the Lord controls these. Because when you look at the word dis-ease, because I never really paid it attention, in the English language, you're just reading words, you're not breaking them down and compound words and things like that. But a lot of these words mean things when you break them down, A lot of these words are compound words. If you look at the word disease, it's a dis-ease, So, so your body is not at ease, and the Lord is the ultimate one that puts these diseases on us. And we know that Esau is our enemy, right? So we gotta have faith in the Lord that we overcome these wiles of the devil, because he's coming down like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour, So I'm gonna just read up on this because I was just thinking about this right after camp. I just kept thinking about it, and the first scripture that came to my mind, and I'm gonna get it after I read this chapter. All right, it's in Deuteronomy. I believe you brothers already know where I'm going at. Well, I'm gonna just say it. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and the 6th verse, right? But before I get that, let's go. Well, you know what? Let's get the scripture first. All right. Okay, this is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and verse 61. It says, also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. And how did we get to this position where the Lord put this on our people, or put this in the world? Verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass. This is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. You know? So let's go ahead and read some of this. Because we know Esau's, he's coming down like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. So he's coming out with all these specific things that he's putting on our people. And this last one had people in a frenzy. Oh, that's going to happen again. You know, and for you people, we was getting into it, for you people that went on ahead and took it, you still end up losing your job. You know, because one thing a person don't respect is one thing that a person don't respect is a person that don't take care of his own people. So a lot of these sellouts, Esau see you from a mile away. Esau don't like you anyway, even if you do kiss his ass. That's why we get the most respect, because even though Esau's the devil, and even that Esau hate our guts, he still respect us. You see, ultimately he respect the Lord. He has that. He has a sort of respect, because he won't go past. Well, the Lord won't let him anyway, but he won't go past a certain. Everybody got their boundaries, all right, and even the devils, they'll give us, you know, they'll walk past and say things, you know. Some of them could be Jake, you know, but for the ones that are Edomites, they'll respect. They'll be like, hey, we'll have and get into deep conversations and all that with Edomites or Edomite looking people, which, like I said, some of them could be Jake, you know, but they'll even respect what we saying. And then a lot of you Jakes come up, you ones that look like Jakes that actually could be another nation or Edomite, you know, which some of you are Jakes that look like Jakes. Y'all just knuckleheads, you know. But we'll get more respect from the white man than some of these Jakes out here. You know, let's go to let's go to the article. So I butchered the word, but it says human metapneumovirus. All right, it's called HMPV. I probably was better saying that. It says is a virus that usually causes symptoms similar to a cold. See? It says you might cough or wheezy, have a runny nose or a sore throat. And that's some of the most, miserable conditions you can be in. I lie to you not, man. And we was talking about it at camp that when this devil attack your breathing and your, the things that have to do with your lungs and your, man, that's miserable, because that's where your life source is at. You know, that's where your strength come in. We breathe in and breathe out. And if you have a hard time doing that, that is miserable. You know, heart problems, what you call lung problems, your respiratory system. All right. He's attacking that, you know. This devil got so many viruses and things out there that we just want to add, hey, the water to your how about Shimmy outside that we able to still walk and do these videos and talk and go to camp and have enough strength to go to work, come home, do what we have to do, be in the spirit, you know, to even survive. I mean, if you go to some of these labs, and man, this devil he's something, man. Like I said, he's a mad scientist, you know. And he got all the money and the resources to do whatever he wants. Referring to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. This is the devil's playground, and we're in it. you know. But that's where Ephesians chapter 9, I believe is or 12 comes in. Let's get it, because we need that protection. Let me finish reading this. It says, most cases are mild, but young children, adults over 65, and people with weakened immune systems are at a higher risk for serious illness. HMPV is common. Most people get it before they turn 5. Yeah, and so it says HMPV is a virus that usually causes symptoms similar to we already read that. It says it often causes upper respiratory infections, but it can sometimes cause lower respiratory infections like pneumonia, asthma, flare-ups, or make chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, worse. HMPV infections are more common in the winter and early spring. All right. So, yeah. And so, brothers, even us us as brothers, what you want to do, if you sick, you don't want to pass, your germs to another brother. Do what you got to do, the necessary things. Of course, faith comes into play, but you don't want to be openly coughing all them, bro. You standing by a brother and you cough. We got to show more respect for each other, and that's when manners come in. If you got a cough, cover your mouth or turn to the right, or you know what I'm saying. Just the necessary things so that you won't harm your fellow brother. We all in this together. But hey, if I get in war, right? If I get a wound, a bullet wound, I don't want you to get a bullet wound. You know what I'm saying? Because we at this war. I don't want to hinder another brother just because I'm hindered. We got to win this. We can't have a selfish attitude with this thing. Hey, sometimes we have to be martyrs. But we got some good brothers. So, but just food for thought. We gotta do these things. We gotta bring these things up, because sometimes even that goes for all of us. As a reminder, sometimes we tend to forget. This wicked world will have you forgetting things, and it will have you caught up in the mindset like they are. That's why we gotta constantly be in the spirit. This is Leviticus 26:16. It says, I'll start at 14. It says, but if you will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if you shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that you will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and a burning ark that shall consume the eyes and sorrow of the heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. See, so a lot of these things we got, all these sicknesses and pains, and we did it because of what we did in the past. But guess what? We're not going to be going through this in the kingdom. All of this is going to be behind us. That's why we'll bring out, the nasty, the ugly part of the scriptures, but that ain't the only part of the scriptures. It's also some joyous times, in the scriptures, and that's when we go and enjoy, See, all this is just a trial run, a trial and error, Us Israelites, we're going to finally be able to say, I enjoy life. You're going to be able to say that. You're going to say, I enjoy life. Your future is going, you just think about that. We're going to be able to enjoy life and we're going to have a good future. Everything is going to be good for us. We're going to be actually productive. That's mind blowing to think about that in this system. Like, that's almost like fairy tale, but it's in the scriptures. You want me to get it? I got, before I go to that, got one or two more that I wanted to go to, showing you that the Lord is the one that hand out these diseases and things like that. It says, Jeremiah 29:17, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, and will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten. They're so evil, and I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with pestilence. Yeah, see, all the sword, anything that's a instrument of death, that could be considered, pestilence, famines, all that. That's coming from the Lord. Even these diseases. Again, that's, your body is not at ease. It says, and will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and a hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them. Right. He's talking about the Israelites because we were scattered all throughout the earth. This is Exodus 15:26. It says, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy power, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. See? So, and that's going to happen in the kingdom. The Lord is going to heal us from all of these diseases. Just think of everything. Even the curse. I was looking at something earlier about Jake, and Jake had no problem taking out another Jake. But when it comes to these other nations, what you think? That's a curse. That's an actual curse put upon our people. That's Deuteronomy. His eyes shall be evil. I don't have to go to it. I'm gonna just quote it. His eyes shall be evil to his brother. That's what all them killers, Jake in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, killing. You had 400 murders in New Orleans, and New Orleans is the size of, I believe, Baltimore or something like that. In 1994 in Baltimore, 300, 400 murders in a city that it only take you an hour to get from east to west. That's a lot. It's a lot of Jakes, man. I did a video on that. I calculated, and you can't be specific on it because there's some things that go unsolved and unaccounted for. But I pretty much rounded it off on a number of. It came to a lot on a number of death and killing, and it was every day in this country, showing you that the Lord executes his judgment every day. I think it was like every hour somebody is being either shot, killed, stabbed, and then to think of all the brutal violence. You got to think of the sicknesses. That's another thing. It's that's why you need that protection. But yeah. So the Lord gonna heal us. So I that's all I wanted to bring to the forefront. Lord willing, this is edifying. Till again, Shalom.